Alrighty, it's Sunday. You know what that means? Absolutely nothing. So I figured we'd do a little half pork loin smoked with this Tajin, I think that's how you say it, seasoning that one of my kids told me was all over TikTok and jazz, which I usually try to stay away from, but whatever. So we're gonna do that, season up this little half loin roast action, and then smoke her up, see what happens. This is in honor of me and my girlfriend. We've been kind of, how would you say that? Lazy in the sack lately. And we just had a breakthrough today. So this is in honor of that. She doesn't know it yet though. And by the way, this is my gun workbench slash cooking bench, because I have nowhere else to do it. All right, first things first. Get some Frenchy mustard splattered all over it for the binder. Just got it on the gun handle, that's fine. I'll wipe it off later. A lot of people use binders, a lot of people don't use binders. It doesn't matter. I'm just doing it because last time I made the loin, I didn't use a binder, but it turned out fire. So we're gonna see if this turns out even more fire. The last loin was only salt pepper. Like I said, this is that Tajin. I'm gonna take that off. Let's see if we can take that lid off. There we go. That's a lot better, look at that. I'll just spread that on like that. Oh yeah, that's way better. Get that all patted on there. Get a little more mustard bound up right there so it sticks real good. Flip her over. I got a towel right there, no cross contamination. Get her seasoned up all over. That's the most important thing. Oh God, hold on. Right there we go. All right, flip her over. Repeat the process. Once I get all this seasoning on there, we're gonna let her rest for about, I would say, I don't know, a half hour. That's fine with me. Just enough so the seasoning is properly adhered. There we go. Flipper. And if you haven't tried that tahini sauce or spice, I would recommend that you do, because it's pretty good. I was very skeptical at first. I'm no longer skeptical. It is pretty potent though, but this is a big loin, so you know. All right, we're gonna let that sit. Obviously I'm gonna put it back in the fridge because it's gonna be about a half hour. I'll stoke that fire on the Kamada Joe, and then we'll get it put on there as soon as I get that mustard off my gun handle. That's a 338 La Pua 110 Savage. That's pretty nice. That's a fully automatic BB gun, which is sweet. There we got the 12 gauge semi-auto Tavor TS12. We got the P365 Macro X from Sig Sauer, and we got the Zastava AK-47 variant. You know what I'm saying? All right, hold on. Alrighty, we got the Kamado Joe stabilized at roughly 220, which is where we're gonna smoke her at. Look at that. Get a side view. We got some. The smoke's clearing out now. It should be a little clearer than that, but it's a pretty windy day, so it keeps stoking the fire. But that's fine, because we got some. You can't see it now because I got the plates on there. We got some little briquette action because I ran out of my lump charcoal. So we had to use some briquettes, and a piece of apple wood is down in there all as well. So all we're doing is we're going to take her, and I'm going to put it fat cap down. I'm putting the fat cap down. A little extra protection. Everybody needs a little extra protection. Haunch her up about a little bit like that. And then we'll come back in about, I don't know, an hour. See where she's at. Come here. Here's my dog. This is my best buddy. His favorite band is the Island Boys. All right, that's enough water. All right, ladies and gents, we're an hour in, and we're gonna probe her, see what temp we're at. Look at that. Here, let me get a close up. Ooh, oh. All right, let's get a reading. I'm going straight in. Okay, we're at 115. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip her over. And then I'm going to crank the heat up a little bit. And I'm going to do this with my bare patties too, because I didn't bring shit out here to do it with. All right, so look at this. There we go. I should put a little seasoning on there, but I'm not going to, because that shit's potent. So we're going to close her up now, and I'm going to open the vents a little, because it's been an hour at about roughly 225. So it's took on as much smoke as it's going to take on, roughly. So let's get that open a little bit, and we'll get up to about 300 pretty soon. And we'll go to 165 internal temp. That's all. All right, here we go. Look at that. That's about 300. We've been going for about another, I wouldn't say an hour. I wouldn't say that. Let's probe her. What do we got? We got 152 right there going from the side. Ooh, 163, 57, 58, 162. I don't want her to go over 165 right there. 165, getting her probe. 155. Here, let's go in there. So this is what I'm going to do. Watch this. I'm going to just flip her. And then I'm going to spin her. And yep, there we go. Get that action going. I'm going to wait about another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to pull it, because it's going to continue to rise in temperature. Everybody knows that. I'm not trying to explain nothing or teach nothing to nobody, because shit, I barely got a clue what I'm doing. I'm drunk, and I'm cooking a pork loin. So, we're experimenting together. Let's go. All right, here we are. I just probed it, and I don't usually say this, but I'm pulling out. And I'm going to use my bare patties once again, because I'm not feminine. That's the whole gist of it. Now watch this. But here's the key to it. I'm going to lick my fingers, my fingertips. Watch this. Oh, shit. Okay, that hurt a little. But now we're done. Look at that. Look at that action. Shake her in. Nope. All right, here we go. We're having well, here's the pork loin, but it's a gender reveal pork loin. So nobody knows what's going to happen.
You can't get this in the thing because we're not.
But look at that. Oh yeah, we can't get that in the thing because we're not sponsoring.
Probably shows it.
Here's my little pretty daughter. Pick up the AK, honey.
No.
Pick it up and get some pork loin.
Okay.
No, don't touch that, buddy. That'll cut your arm off. All right, here we go. It's been resting for about 10 minutes, so we're done fucking around. We got the Dale Strong Gladiator Series fucking butcher knife. And here's the best part. Like, I'm just going to go right through the center. You hear me? And then we're going to look. And that is, it might be a little overcooked. Here, let's get a glance at that. But I'm not sure. So, I don't know. We're just going to go with it. We're just going to go with it, everybody. I mean, that looks tender as a baby's butt. It might be hot as hell, but you might want to hold on. No. I'm just saying. I took that to about 165, which is, you don't want to take pork any higher than that. And that shit's going to be bussin' the next day, especially. And that's a pork butt. No, that's not pork butt. That's pork loin. My bad. Okay, so, Jesus, that is hot. And my dog is patiently waiting. But I am not sure I can eat that right now because that is flipping hot. But I'll try. Oh, shit. That's good. Damn. Got what is that seasoning? That TikTok seasoning?
Haha, or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, let me get a close-up.
Hot. Poke.
Yeah, it's hot as shit, but damn, that seasoning is good.
How do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
I already ate it. Here.
Pope, do you approve? Ah, damn, that was a big-ass piece.
You swallowed it.
Huh.
Pope, you're gonna be so fat.
All right, so that is, yeah. Okay, but I want to try this piece. Now watch this, though. You see that crispy shit right there?
Mm-mm.
Look at that. Looks like a goddamn. That looks like a Christmas turkey. Oh yeah, that's wicked right there, buddy. I want this.
Ow.
I give up a lot of shit for that, right there. Look, let me get a fucking right there.
Hot.
Yeah, that's some good shit right there, boys. Let me get a gnaw. Mmm. Hmm. So the moral of the story is, even though you see it on TikTok, don't discount it. Because that shit is fucking... That's pretty good. Especially on pork. A pork loin. Alright, we're out of here. Give the thumbs up sign, sissy. She's the CNA. She does a lot of stuff. Healthcare. She just went under her chair. I don't know where she went. It's under her chair. Alright, we're out of here.
This dude.
Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways, you know.